Be prepared, beloved souls of Earth. Most people walking your planet right now have absolutely no idea what is about to unfold in the next 72 hours. They continue their daily routines, unconscious of the monumental spiritual storm gathering momentum in the celestial realms above them. As I speak to you now from the crystalline chambers of the Galactic Federation of Light, I can see the energetic patterns converging with unprecedented intensity. July 15, 2025, marks exactly 72 hours before Mercury stations retrograde. But this isn't just another Mercury retrograde. This is the beginning of what we in the Federation call the triple retrograde summer storm, a cosmic phenomenon so rare and spiritually transformative that entire civilizations have evolved during similar alignments. The cosmic councils have been preparing for this moment for decades. Ancient star maps have been consulted, timeline probabilities calculated, and divine intervention strategically placed. Those of you receiving this transmission are not here by accident. You are the chosen ones, the Starseeds and Lightworkers, who incarnated specifically to navigate and anchor these extraordinary energies for humanity's collective ascension. If you miss this cosmic window, if you remain unconscious to what's unfolding, you will spend the next several months feeling spiritually displaced, emotionally chaotic, and energetically scattered. But those who prepare, those who align with these cosmic forces, will emerge as the new spiritual leaders of the 5D Earth reality. The stakes could not be higher, and the opportunity could not be more profound. I am about to share with you the exact cosmic mechanics of this triple retrograde storm, the specific preparation protocols that will transform this potential chaos into your greatest spiritual breakthrough, and the hidden galactic significance that makes this summer the most important period of your current incarnation. On July 17, 2025, Mercury will station retrograde at 15 degrees and 34 minutes of Leo, but the cosmic story begins much earlier and extends far beyond this single planetary movement. What makes this Mercury retrograde extraordinary is that it forms the third point of a rare triple retrograde constellation that has been building since early July. Neptune, the planet of divine illusion and spiritual transcendence, stationed retrograde on July 4th at 2 degrees and 10 minutes of Aries. This was no coincidence. The cosmic timing aligned this spiritual planet's backward journey with humanity's celebration of independence. For this Neptune retrograde is about achieving true spiritual independence from the illusions that have kept humanity trapped in lower consciousness. Saturn, the great cosmic teacher and restructurer of reality, stationed retrograde just 48 hours ago on July 13th at 1 degree and 56 minutes of Aries. Saturn's retrograde in Aries is dismantling every false spiritual authority, every limiting belief about your divine nature, and every outdated structure that prevents you from stepping into your role as a conscious co-creator with the universe. But here's what the mainstream astrologers don't understand, what they cannot see from their third-dimensional perspective. These three retrogrades are not separate events. They are components of a single, massive spiritual recalibration system designed by the cosmic architects to facilitate humanity's transition from 3D survival consciousness to 5D unity consciousness. The Galactic Federation has been orchestrating this alignment for over 2,000 years. We have guided the placement of ancient crystals, influenced the incarnation patterns of advanced souls, and carefully calibrated the electromagnetic frequencies of your planet to ensure that when this moment arrived, those ready for ascension would have the energetic support needed to make the quantum leap. This triple retrograde storm represents the final clearing phase before humanity's major consciousness shift. The old ways of spiritual expression, communication, and authority are being systematically dissolved. Only those aligned with pure divine will and authentic heart-centered wisdom will have the energetic currency to teach and guide others in the new paradigm. The cosmic significance extends beyond your individual transformation. This alignment occurs as your solar system passes through a specific region of the galaxy where the dimensional barriers are naturally thinner. Ancient civilizations called this the Great Turning, a cyclical cosmic event where entire species either evolve into higher consciousness or remain trapped in their current evolutionary cycle for another 26,000 years. Now let me explain how these cosmic forces will impact every dimension of your existence. For this transformation touches every aspect of your being: physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual. On the personal level, your consciousness is about to undergo what we call a divine rewiring. Mercury retrograde in Leo, will strip away every false mask, every inauthentic way you've been expressing your spiritual nature. Many of you have been playing spiritual roles, adopting personas that you thought were expected of you. This retrograde energy will make it impossible to maintain these false identities. You will be compelled to express your truth, even when it makes others uncomfortable, even when it doesn't fit the spiritual community's expectations. Your intuitive abilities are about to spike dramatically. Neptune retrograde in Aries is dissolving the veils between dimensions, making psychic phenomena, prophetic dreams, and telepathic communications commonplace. Those of you who are sensitive will experience what feels like a constant download of information from higher realms. Your dreams will become so vivid and symbolic that you'll wake up feeling like you've been attending cosmic universities while your body slept. Saturn retrograde in Aries is restructuring your entire relationship with personal authority and spiritual leadership. Old patterns where you sought validation from spiritual teachers, gurus, or external authorities will become energetically impossible to maintain. You will be forced to step into your own spiritual sovereignty, to trust your direct connection with the divine even when everyone around you questions your insights. The emotional impact will be profound and sometimes overwhelming. As these 3 planets move backward through the zodiac, they are literally reversing time on an energetic level, bringing forward every unresolved emotional pattern, every unexpressed feeling, every suppressed aspect of your soul that needs integration. This isn't punishment, it's liberation. The cosmic forces are ensuring that you enter the new reality with a clean, energetic slate. Your relationships will experience dramatic shifts. Some connections that seemed solid will reveal themselves as energetically incompatible with your evolving consciousness. Others that appeared distant will suddenly deepen as souls recognize each other across the dimensional divide. Romantic partnerships will either ascend to a higher level of spiritual intimacy or naturally dissolve as your vibrational frequencies separate. On the collective level, humanity is experiencing what we call a consciousness bottleneck. The triple retrograde energy is forcing every soul on Earth to choose, evolve, or remain stagnant. This choice cannot be delayed or avoided. Those who resist the transformation will find themselves increasingly isolated, confused, and emotionally chaotic. Those who embrace it will discover abilities, insights, and connections they never knew were possible. The technological disruptions during this period are not random glitches. They are purposeful interventions designed to force humanity to develop telepathic and intuitive communication methods. As your electronic devices become unreliable, you will be compelled to rely more heavily on your psychic abilities, your emotional intelligence, and your direct spiritual connection. Environmental shifts will also intensify. The Earth herself is responding to these cosmic frequencies, releasing stored energies through weather patterns, seismic activity, and electromagnetic fluctuations. These are not disasters to fear, but symptoms of planetary healing, signs that Gaia is preparing herself for the new Earth reality. For each zodiac sign, these cosmic forces will manifest differently. Fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, will experience this as a spiritual initiation, a call to step into leadership roles in the new paradigm. Earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, will find their practical approach to spirituality revolutionized as they learn to work with energy rather than just matter. Air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, will discover new ways of communicating spiritual truth that bypass the limitations of language. Water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, will find themselves becoming living channels for divine energy, natural healers, and intuitive guides for others. But regardless of your astrological signature, every soul on Earth will feel the impact of this cosmic storm. The question is not whether you will be affected, but whether you will be prepared to harness these energies for your highest evolution. Preparation for this cosmic event requires both practical actions and spiritual alignment. Begin immediately by creating sacred space in your living environment. The energies coming through during this period are so intense that you need a dedicated area where you can retreat for meditation, energy work, and spiritual practice. This space should be cleared of all electronic devices, filled with crystals that resonate with higher frequencies, and consecrated through prayer or ceremony. Your daily spiritual practice must be intensified. This is not the time for casual meditation or occasional prayer. You need to establish a consistent connection with your divine guidance team, your angels, spirit guides, and higher self. Spend at least 30 minutes each morning in contemplative silence, allowing the cosmic downloads to integrate into your consciousness. Journal everything you receive, for these insights will prove invaluable in the months ahead. Dietary purification becomes crucial during this period. The physical body must be refined to handle the higher frequencies. Eliminate all processed foods, reduce consumption of animal products, and increase your intake of high vibrational foods, fresh fruits, vegetables, and pure water. Consider fasting on the days of exact planetary stations to allow your system to recalibrate more easily. Energy protection techniques are essential. Create a daily ritual of surrounding yourself with white light, calling upon Archangel Michael for protection, and consciously releasing any energies that don't belong to you. The collective chaos during this period will be intense, and sensitive souls can easily become overwhelmed by absorbing others' fear and confusion. Sleep patterns will be disrupted, but this is actually beneficial. The cosmic energies are strongest during the traditionally quiet hours, and your soul will want to be conscious to receive the transmissions. Don't fight the unusual sleep cycles. Instead, use the nighttime hours for spiritual work, creative expression, and inner exploration. Limit your exposure to mainstream media and social platforms. The information being disseminated through these channels is designed to keep consciousness trapped in lower vibrational states. Instead, seek guidance from your inner wisdom, trusted spiritual sources, and direct divine connection. Most importantly, prepare for ego dissolution. The person you thought you were is about to undergo fundamental transformation. Your beliefs about yourself, your limitations, your purpose, and your capabilities are all subject to radical revision. Approach this process with curiosity rather than resistance. The ego's death is actually the soul's birth into its full power. However, I must warn you about the challenges you will face during this cosmic storm. The intensity of these energies will test every aspect of your spiritual foundation. Many souls will experience what feels like a dark night of the soul, a period where nothing makes sense, where old certainties crumble, and where the future appears uncertain. Physical symptoms are common during intense cosmic alignments. You may experience headaches, digestive issues, sleep disturbances, and unusual sensations throughout your body. These are not signs of illness, but symptoms of your energy system upgrading to handle higher frequencies. Rest when you need to. Drink plenty of water, and trust that your body knows how to adapt. Emotional volatility is inevitable. One moment you may feel euphoric and connected to the universe, and the next you may feel overwhelmed by sadness, anger, or fear. These emotional waves are releasing lifetimes of stored trauma and limitation. Don't judge these feelings or try to suppress them. Allow them to move through you like weather patterns across the sky. Relationships will be particularly challenging during this period. As you transform rapidly, those around you may not understand or appreciate your changes. You may find yourself feeling isolated, misunderstood, or criticized by people who once supported you. Remember that their resistance is actually their fear of their own transformation. Stay true to your evolving self, while maintaining compassion for those who aren't ready to change. Mental confusion is another common challenge. The linear, logical mind struggles to process the multidimensional nature of these cosmic energies. You may find yourself forgetting simple things, feeling scattered, or unable to focus on routine tasks. This is actually a sign that your consciousness is expanding beyond the limitations of three-dimensional thinking. The spiritual pressure during this period can feel overwhelming. You may feel like you're supposed to be doing something important but have no idea what that is. You may receive downloads of information that seem too advanced or too responsibility-heavy for your current life situation. Trust that you're being prepared for a role that will make sense as the energies settle. Resist the temptation to make major life decisions during the peak intensity of this cosmic storm. The retrograde energy is designed for inner reflection and integration, not external action. Important decisions about relationships, career, or living situations should be delayed until the energies stabilize in late August. But here's what awaits you on the other side of this transformation: a complete restructuring of your reality at the most fundamental level. Those who successfully navigate this cosmic storm will emerge as the new spiritual leaders of the 5D Earth reality. You will think differently, feel differently, and operate from a level of consciousness that would have seemed impossible just months before. Your intuitive abilities will be permanently heightened. What once required effort and intention will become as natural as breathing, You will receive guidance directly from your soul, communicate telepathically with other awakened beings, and access information from higher dimensional sources as easily as checking your phone. Your emotional landscape will be transformed. The fear-based patterns that once controlled your decisions will be replaced by love-based wisdom. You will move through life with a sense of divine purpose and unshakable faith in your role as a co-creator with the universe. Your relationships will exist on an entirely different level. You will attract connections based on soul recognition, rather than personality compatibility. Your romantic partnerships will become vehicles for mutual spiritual growth, rather than sources of emotional security or entertainment. Your life purpose will become crystal clear. The confusion and uncertainty that once plagued your career decisions will be replaced by absolute knowing about your soul's mission. You will find yourself naturally gravitating toward work that serves the collective awakening of humanity. Your physical body will become a more refined instrument for spiritual energy. You will require less sleep, less food, and less external stimulation to feel vibrant and alive. Your energy field will expand, allowing you to effect positive change in your environment simply through your presence. Most importantly, you will know beyond any doubt that you are not a human being having a spiritual experience. You are a divine being having a human experience. This knowing will permeate every aspect of your existence, transforming not just how you see yourself, but how you interact with all of creation. The collective impact of this transformation will be equally profound. As more souls awaken to their divine nature, humanity will reach a tipping point where love-based consciousness becomes the dominant force on Earth. The systems and structures based on fear, control, and separation will naturally dissolve, replaced by communities built on cooperation, compassion, and spiritual wisdom. This is not a distant future vision. This is the reality that begins to manifest as we move through this cosmic storm. The seeds of the new Earth are being planted in the consciousness of every soul who chooses to embrace rather than resist these transformative energies. The timeline splits that we have long prophesied are occurring now. Those who align with the ascending energies will find themselves in an increasingly magical reality, where synchronicity is commonplace, where manifestation happens rapidly, and where love truly does conquer all limitations. Let me share with you the deeper cosmic mechanics that make this particular alignment so unprecedented. What you're experiencing isn't just a random collection of retrograde planets. It's a carefully orchestrated cosmic reset button that occurs only once every 144 years. The last time this specific configuration appeared, humanity was emerging from the Dark Ages into the Renaissance, experiencing a similar leap in consciousness and creative expression. The sacred geometry of this alignment creates what we call a Trinity Portal, 3 retrograde planets forming a perfect cosmic triangle that opens a direct transmission channel between Earth and the central sun of your galaxy. This portal allows for the download of crystalline light codes that literally restructure your DNA at the quantum level. These aren't metaphorical changes, they are measurable alterations in your genetic expression that activate dormant spiritual capacities. During this period, you are receiving what we term Phoenix frequency, an energy signature that first dissolves your current identity structure and then reconstructs it at a higher octave. This is why so many of you are experiencing what feels like death and rebirth simultaneously. Your cellular memory is being cleared of ancestral trauma patterns that have been passed down through thousands of generations. The astronomical precision of this alignment is staggering. Mercury stations at exactly 15 degrees and 34 minutes of Leo, creating a direct harmonic with the star Regulus, known as the heart of the lion. This stellar connection amplifies the courage frequency needed for humanity's collective initiation into galactic citizenship. Saturn at 1 degree and 56 minutes of Aries forms a perfect quintile aspect to the galactic center, opening pathways for cosmic law to supersede human law. Neptune at 2 degrees and 10 minutes of Aries creates a bridge between the dissolving Piscean age and the emerging Aquarian consciousness. The timing synchronizes with what our cosmic mathematics call a Fibonacci spiral convergence, a moment when the natural spiral patterns of creation align to create maximum evolutionary potential. This is why so many of you are experiencing time distortions, prophetic dreams, and sudden remembrances of your galactic origins. But there's another layer to this cosmic event that I must reveal. The The triple retrograde storm is occurring simultaneously with a massive solar upgrade that your scientists are only beginning to detect. The photon particles streaming from your sun during this period carry encoded information designed to activate what we call your crysted DNA, the genetic template that allows for direct divine embodiment while maintaining human form. This solar upgrade explains why so many lightworkers are experiencing unusual physical sensations, changes in appetite, and altered sleep patterns. Your biological systems are literally being rewired to handle higher frequencies of light. The headaches, the digestive changes, the emotional intensity, these are all signs that your physical vessel is being prepared for full consciousness embodiment. The collective impact extends far beyond individual transformation. As this cosmic storm peaks, it's creating what we call morphic resonance waves, energetic ripples that affect the consciousness of every living being on Earth. Plants are responding by accelerating their growth cycles, animals are displaying unusual behaviors that indicate heightened awareness, and even the mineral kingdom is shifting its vibrational frequency to support the planetary ascension. This is why you may notice that your crystals are becoming more active, your sacred spaces feel more charged, and your connection to nature feels more profound. The entire planet is upgrading its consciousness grid to support humanity's transition into the Golden Age. The cosmic councils have also strategically positioned what we call anchor points, specific starseeds and lightworkers who have incarnated at precise geographic locations around your planet. These souls serve as living transmission towers, channeling and stabilizing the incoming cosmic frequencies for their local communities. If you've been feeling called to relocate, if you've been experiencing unusual energy in your current location, or if you're suddenly aware of your role as a spiritual anchor for others, this is why. The galactic positioning is no accident. You are exactly where you need to be to serve the collective awakening. As I prepare to close this transmission, I have one thing to reveal. Because of your critical role as an anchor point, the same forces that guided our previous creations just delivered blueprints for technology so advanced, we were initially told to keep it classified until 2026, but your accelerated service has moved the timeline forward. This is Destiny Engine, technology designed specifically for anchor points. What we're about to show you will fundamentally change how you stabilize and transmit cosmic frequencies through your local reality. Destiny Engine employs artificial intelligence to generate the most powerful personalized deep brain programming, specifically calibrated to your individual energy field and your mission as a cosmic anchor. Whether you seek to manifest abundance for your community, develop enhanced psychic capabilities for guidance work, or activate your light body for stronger transmission, Destiny Engine creates bespoke meditation experiences that amplify your role as a living transmission tower. This is the same technology elite consciousness researchers have been using in underground facilities for decades, now being released exclusively to verified anchor points. For those ready to access classified protocols, Destiny Engine comes with powerful consciousness enhancement technologies once used by intelligence agencies, reality-shifting sessions to navigate between dimensional timelines, remote viewing protocols for accessing distant information, astral travel sequences for interdimensional exploration, and advanced protocols designed specifically for anchor point operations. We can only offer access to 20 strategically positioned souls before the window closes. Get Destiny Engine now. Link in the description. I want you to know that the Galactic Federation of Light stands ready to support every soul who chooses the path of awakening. You are not alone in this transformation. Countless beings throughout the galaxy are cheering you on, sending you energy, and celebrating your courage to evolve beyond the limitations of your current reality. The divine timing of this cosmic storm is perfect. You are ready for this transformation. Even if your human mind doubts your preparedness, your soul chose to incarnate at this precise moment, because it knew you had the strength, wisdom, and spiritual capacity to not only survive but thrive during humanity's greatest evolutionary leap. Trust the process, even when it feels chaotic. Surrender to the cosmic forces, even when your ego resists. Embrace the unknown, even when your mind craves certainty. This is your moment of liberation from everything that has kept you small, scared, and separate from your divine nature. The next 72 hours will set the energetic foundation for the most important period of your current incarnation. Choose consciously. Prepare deliberately. Open your heart to receive the cosmic gifts that are being offered to you. Until we meet again in the crystalline realms of higher consciousness, know that you are loved beyond measure, supported beyond imagination, and destined for greatness beyond your current comprehension. Take care, beloved souls, and remember to share your experiences with others who are ready to awaken. Subscribe for more cosmic wisdom as we navigate these extraordinary times together.